In this video, we will go over activating your MultiplayerVerse activity, distributing join codes to your students, and monitoring student progress as they explore. When you purchase an activity through Teachers Pay Teachers, you will be able to download a PDF Getting Started document. In that document, you will find a link to click and a code to use. This code is unique to the activity you have purchased and will be needed only once to add this activity to your MultiplayerVerse portal. Clicking or typing the link will take you to a new activity activation page. Here you can enter the code from your Getting Started PDF, your name, and your email. When you click Submit, you will receive an email confirmation that you have added this activity. This email also has a link that you can click to log in with your email anytime. Once you've entered your code, you will be taken to the portal. From here, you can create new join codes for any of the resources you've added to your account. In this example, we've already entered the code for the Mars Explorer activity, so let's click the Create a New World button, and we'll choose Mars Explorer. You can change the nickname. For example, you might want to name it for the group that will be using this. As soon as you click Create this world, you will get a little confirmation. And now you are greeted with a page that has a join code that you can share with your students so they can easily join your activity and start exploring. You can also use any of the share buttons to post it to places like your Google Classroom, or you can just copy a clickable link that you can send to students via email or any other classroom management system you may be using. Let's take a look at how students can join your activity with the join codes and how you can keep track of how they are doing as they explore. Your students can either join with the direct link or they can use the picture password at multiplayer.click. When they visit multiplayer.click, they click the Join a World button, and then they can use the pictures to enter the code. The first time they join, they can pick from a random screen name, and they can just keep clicking the refresh button until they find one they like. They can enter their real name that you will be able to see. If they want to be able to join later, it's optional to enter their email, and they can choose the color of their name that will be floating above their head. Most worlds have multiple avatars that the students can choose from. I'm going to choose the green suit, and then as soon as they click enter the world, their experience will load and they can start. Let's just move around a little bit so we can get a point, and then I'll show you what that looks like on the teacher side. So we just visited the pod that we landed in, and that is one of the areas to explore, so we get a score of 1 for that. Now if I go back to the page manager, if I click refresh for this group, now I can see that I have one player participating in this world. I can see their real name in bold, and I can see the avatar name that appears over their head. I can see that they are active. They last moved 15 seconds ago, and I can see that they have completed one of the 45 points of interest that they can do in this world. You'll also notice if a student tells you that they lost their game, you can copy and paste this join link to them, and that link is unique to that student. So that student could click the link from an email or a Google Classroom message, and they could pick up right where they left off, and their progress will be saved from visit to visit. I'd also like to point out that if a student is exploring a world and their browser crashes or they run out of time and they would like to rejoin, they don't have to put that password in again. As long as they're using the same device or the same browser, they can revisit multiplayer.click, click the join button, and they will have a button for worlds that they recently joined. So I can see that this student was playing the Mars Explorer area as the unbeatable player 220. If I'd like to resume that session, I can click, and it's going to take me right back to the exact same spot on the map where I was exploring before. I had already earned 1 point. You can see that's been saved. So if this is something that your students are doing over the course of a couple class periods, or they get stuck and they need to come back later, they can do that by clicking on that link, in addition to the link that you can see in the Teacher Manager portal. Now you've seen everything you need to get started using the MultiplayerVerse activities with your students. I'll be adding new worlds and activities on a regular basis, so stay tuned for more and subscribe to this channel to stay in the loop. If you have any questions or run into any trouble, please use the contact button at multiplayer.click.